After the departure of Henry Cavill, we knew that the Witcher showrunners and creatives would try some desperate move in order to get viewers back, and it's really not going to happen no matter who they hire unless they rehired Cavill. But now, of course, a not shocking announcement has been made that they have cast Laurence Fishburne in The Witcher Season 4. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. So, this all was just recently announced, their new desperate move to try to get people back into this series. Fishburne, the Matrix and John Wick franchises, has joined season 4 as Regis, his name is Emil Regis, a fan favorite character from the Witcher books and the games. This is a character who does become pretty important. I mean, a lot of the characters they have at this point end up becoming pretty important, but the major worry here is what story are they gonna go for, because there has been instance after instance with this series of them just throwing the canon out, throwing the source material out, and doing whatever the heck they feel like. Now, I have absolutely nothing against Laurence Fishburne, okay? I think that he is a fantastic actor, and I know I've said before that if an actor is so good, then a race swap can possibly work. I'm not saying there are no instances when it can, but clearly, knowing everything that's been done with this show, there is 100% an agenda behind it, because the series has been so inaccurate and disrespectful to Andre's original creations to push a message, and now they've gone out and gotten a great actor who's been in tons of good films, so they're hoping it'll make it harder for us to criticize the fact that they have race swapped this character, but that's just not going to happen. You have upset so many people with all of the poor decisions that you've made. This one good actor is not going to save your series, and it is unfortunate because now he's been thrown into the middle of this controversy. I know that he signed the contracts and he didn't have to be part of the show, but he's an actor and he wants to get paid, and he's a great actor. No disrespect to him, but disrespect to the showrunners, because they have no respect for the source material. There is a pattern with this show that people have fought against, and when you're creating a series filled with social trends, you're not going to win viewers back, and you're just pushing tons of potential new ones away. I mean, this show has already gone off the rails with the Cavill recast, the massive changes they've made to Yennefer's story by having her lose her magic, then almost sacrifice Ciri to gain her power back, which in turn she betrays Geralt. Ciri's powers are wildly different. Fringilla's storyline is different. Eskel dies in the show, but not in the books. They did away with the Triss romance and her pale skin and bright red hair to make way for a more meaningful, as they called it, storyline. And now we don't even know what they are going to do with Emil Regis, because he was killed in the books, then resurrected in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine DLC, so they could do basically whatever they wanted because they don't care about following the books and following the previous work, so who knows what they're going to end up doing with him. And people are not very happy with this. Just taking a quick peek at the responses, people are saying things like, this show won't survive without Henry. I 100% agree. I think that he did bring a lot of Witcher fans in. I thought he also brought in quite a few normies. That's why this show had constantly held the top charts on Netflix, and I do think that they are going to struggle without him. He's great, but I have no interest in The Witcher since Henry left. Completely agree. This is ridiculous. Love to see it. Laurence is a great actor. Hopefully he will do good in the role. I want to be positive as well. I hope that he does good, but clearly they hired him for specific reasons, and that's the issue. Okay, but imagine him and Henry together. That would have been great. Unfortunately, they're not doing that. I don't see a world where they bring Henry back, even if it's for the season after Liam Hemsworth's. Like, I do not see any way they bring him back, and it's just so sad to think about. It's just so unfortunate, again, to see another good actor thrown into a show that does not have anywhere positive to go. I mean, race swaps, unfortunately, have been a thing in Hollywood over the past few years. It does not come as a surprise anymore, but that does not mean that every single race swap is going to be loved. Just like every race swap is not going to be hated. I know there's people out there who are upset in The Batman that Gordon was race swapped, and I completely understand, but he did a good job, and in the end, the movie worked. I mean, obviously, Selena was also race swapped too, and people liked her, but there were people that said that she was just an okay Catwoman. But yeah, I mean, there is a plethora of instances that we could sit here and go through where sometimes race swaps do work, and I'm sure that Laurence Fishburne is going to bring good acting to the table here like he typically does, but again, I think that they definitely tried to pick an actor with name recognition because they're not confident in the show standing on its own 2 feet with Liam Hemsworth's name alone to bring back anyone. And the fact that they could get another big actor and race swap this character at the same time falls into the trend of the MO of the showrunners. And while they got a good actor, as a fan of the real Witcher, I can't take another season of this garbage. They've made so many changes, done so many things to disrespect the original source material, and to top it off, the people behind this show are just generally not good individuals. I mean, the Witcher showrunner had said that Henry Cavill was really annoying when playing Geralt simply because he was like a Witcher Bible on set, because he constantly was referencing the books and saying, oh, we should do this scene slightly differently because that's more like what Geralt would do. He just was very passionate, and what does passion get you? The title of annoying, the label of annoying. It's just so sad to see that these people have continued to have their hands into The Witcher. And the first season was pretty good in my opinion. Was it perfect? No, but it was at least different. And season 2 went off the rails. Who knows what they're gonna do in the future? Obviously, they have said that they're still committed to the 5 seasons. I personally don't think that that is going to happen. I see absolutely no way that they are going to have enough viewers going into a season 4 and into a season 5 and maybe even further than that, but only time will tell. Laurence has now been cast in The Witcher season 4, and of course, it just shows that they are not changing and they are only worried about the message. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.